Have you ever stumbled upon a story so bizarre that you just can't wrap your head around it? Well, you're not alone. Some of the wildest tales are hiding in plain sight on Reddit, and they might just leave you questioning reality. And last one story is just mind blowing. You would not miss it. Reddit is a platform where people share their experiences, and sometimes those experiences are just unbelievable. From creepy encounters to life changing events, Reddit's got it all. And today, we're diving into some of the most jaw dropping, spine tingling, and downright baffling stories that will make you wonder if you're living in a simulation. With millions of users, Reddit is like a never ending treasure trove of crazy stories. You never know what you're going to stumble upon, and that's what makes it so fascinating. So, buckle up because we're about to take you on a wild ride through some of the most mind-bending posts ever shared. In this video, we're going to explore some of the most unbelievable stories on Reddit. From eerie coincidences to shocking twists, we're covering it all. So, let's get started. 1. The hairdresser who had a secret life. I used to hate my hairdresser until I found out she was a serial killer. Yes, you read that right, a serial killer. Apparently, she had a secret life, and her clients had no idea. One user shared this story, and it just blew my mind. I mean, who would have thought, right? One day, she just vanished, and it wasn't until months later that police uncovered the truth. Turns out she was wanted in several states. Imagine finding out your friendly neighborhood stylist was actually a fugitive. 2. The raccoon passenger. This guy posted about the weirdest thing that happened to him on a plane. So, he was on a flight, and the person sitting next to him was, well, not exactly human. It was a full-grown raccoon. I know it sounds crazy, but hear me out. Apparently, the raccoon was a certified emotional support animal, and it just strolled onto the plane like it owned the place. But here's the kicker. The raccoon started stealing snacks from other passengers and caused complete chaos. The flight attendants had no idea what to do, and the owner just acted like it was completely normal. 3. The mysterious box. Another user shared a story about a mysterious box that showed up at their doorstep. Inside, they found a bunch of strange items, including a cryptic message that read, "You're next." It sounds like something out of a horror movie, right? The user had no idea who sent it or why. Even creepier, there was no return address, and security cameras caught no one dropping it off. A few days later, another box arrived, this time with an old photograph of the user's childhood home. They hadn't lived there in years. Who was sending these packages, and what did they want? 4. The man who woke up speaking a new language. You know those times when you're scrolling through Reddit and you stumble upon a story that just makes you go, wait, what? That's exactly what happened when I saw this post about a guy who woke up one morning with the ability to speak fluent Japanese. He had never studied it, never visited Japan, and had no logical explanation for how he suddenly knew the language. Some commenters speculated it was a past life memory, while others thought it could be undiagnosed foreign accent syndrome. Whatever it was, it changed his life forever. But what you think about this one? 5. A haunted hotel stay. This user shared a story about a haunted hotel they stayed at. Apparently, the hotel had a super creepy ambiance, and things started getting weird really fast. Doors would slam shut on their own, and the user would hear strange whispers in the night. But the weirdest part? The room had a mirror that didn't reflect everything. The user noticed that when they moved their arm, the reflection didn't follow. Then, in the middle of the night, they woke up to find the reflection smiling when they weren't. 6. The accidental superhero. I came across this story about a guy who accidentally became a superhero. Yeah, you read that right. So, he was just walking down the street when he stumbled upon a group of robbers attacking an old man. He jumped in to help, but somehow he moved faster than he thought possible. Witnesses claimed he dodged punches like something out of the Matrix. Ever since that night, he found himself reacting quicker, running faster, and even healing from minor injuries almost instantly. Was it just adrenaline, or had something changed in him? 7. The private investigator waiter. One user posted about the weirdest thing that happened to them at a restaurant. So, they were eating at this fancy place when they noticed that the waiter was a little too interested in their conversation. Turns out the waiter was actually a private investigator hired by the user's wife to spy on them. Talk about creepy, right? The user confronted the PI, who admitted everything and bolted out of the restaurant. The kicker? The user wasn't even cheating, but their wife had been convinced otherwise due to an anonymous tip. 8. The man who disappeared for 10 years. A Redditor shared the strange case of their uncle, who disappeared for 10 years and suddenly reappeared without aging a day. He had no recollection of where he had been, and his ID and credit cards were exactly as he had left them a decade earlier. Conspiracy theories flew: time travel, alien abduction, or even being part of a secret government experiment. To this day, no one knows what really happened. 9. The ghostly phone call. One eerie post told the story of a man who received a phone call from his deceased brother. The call displayed his brother's name, and when he answered, he heard nothing but static. Later, a voicemail appeared. It was his brother's voice, repeating, "I'm still here." Some users speculated it was a glitch, but others believed it was something far more supernatural. 10. The secret society that almost got him caught. Okay, so you think those stories are wild? Just wait until you hear the most shocking one. This guy posted about how he stumbled upon a secret society that was hiding in plain sight. I'm talking like a full-on conspiracy theory, complete with secret meetings and cryptic messages. It started when he found an old book at a thrift store filled with coded messages. He followed the clues, which led him to a strange building where he saw people in cloaks entering through a hidden door. When he tried to follow, he was stopped by a man who whispered, "You weren't supposed to see this." The next day, strange people started appearing near his home. He received anonymous letters warning him to stop digging. The deeper he went, the more dangerous it became. The community on Reddit was going wild, trying to figure out what was going on. But then, one day, he stopped posting. No updates, no final message, just silence. To this day, no one knows what happened to him. When you look at all these stories, you start to realize they all have something in common. They're all about people who stumbled upon something they never expected, something that changed their lives forever. Whether it's a creepy encounter, an unbelievable coincidence, or a secret hidden in plain sight, these stories all have one thing in common. They make you question what's real and what's possible. So, what's your favorite wild Reddit story? Let us know in the comments below. And if you want to see more content like this, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.